You ain't even hit record yet.
I did. I got it. All right, y'all. Uncensored Philly Sport Podcast. We here after a dismal game between the Sixers and the Memphis. The Memphis Grizzlies. We lost 116 to 100. Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. You know, to catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, everything else. What else? I missed something, Wayne? Facebook.
You know you asking the wrong. Twitter,
Twitter, all that
Twitter?
good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like, subscribe, notifications, all that. Bad game. Joel Embiid didn't play. Resting his knee as a back-to-back. I guess they wanted to rest him a little bit, man. He already missed 9 games. I mean, so
10.
Now it's 10, but he already missed 9 straight.
No, coming into the Sixers went 7-3 without him, so he missed 10 straight. Yes.
10 straight. So I guess his knee was a little sore after playing against who he played, Minnesota.
After Cat dunked on him, it was probably sore after Cat dunked on him.
So he did, I guess, going against. He looked at the competition. To me, this is my opinion, and he said, "You know what? This is a big dude that's gonna make me bang in the paint. He always do, even though Beat abuses him. He's just a big body. Sometimes I guess you don't want to put that knee. You don't want to test it against that big body. But as far as the game, everybody stunk but Toby.
Exactly. I agree.
Everybody stunk but Toby.
No, everybody are the regulars. Because I did see some good play from some of the guys, the deep bench guys that finally got some minutes late in the game. I did see some promising stuff. That's the only thing that woke me up because I was ready to fall asleep earlier. But you're right. Everybody except for Tobias Harris stunk.
Let me ask you, why did he start Mike Scott?
He has this thing. I guess he feels like that. I think it's a couple things. I think first of all, he feels better with keeping Dwight Howard in his regular rotation, and then also because if you have Dwight Howard out there that can't create and shoot no kind of shot, and you have Ben Simmons out there that can't create and shoot no kind of shot, you got 2 bricks waiting to happen. But just clogging the lane.
What makes you think, right, that Mike Scott can stick Valanciunas? Whatever his name is.
Oh, I never thought. I don't think Mike Scott could stick any center in the league. I don't care how undersized the center is and anything else. Mike Scott should never be starting in the NBA.
So why was Mike Scott sticking him?
Because that's what they put Mike Scott in. Because Mike Scott.
Why wasn't Ben sticking him? Y'all told me Ben can stick all 5.
Because you're not putting Ben on. Because you're putting Ben. You're not expecting Valanciunas to be the scorer.
Why ain't you? He's the biggest. He always get offensive boards and putbacks. You don't.
But you're not expecting him. You think Valanciunas is the best offensive player on that team?
No, but I think what hurt us this game, the offensive boards, the putbacks, going to the lane. I mean, come on, man. You don't think you need to put a big body on a big body? That's just.
I would agree with it, but then who you gonna put? Then who would you gonna have Mike Scott sticking?
You can have Mike Scott stick any of the forwards.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I guess Doc making do with what he got, but I just don't think, in my opinion, I don't think Mike Scott is. I don't think Mike Scott can stick anybody in the starting lineup.
Well, nobody in the starting lineup can stick them. So
I agree.
I mean, you had Ben on who you had Ben. Ben was sticking Dylan Brooks. He still got his. He got 17. I mean,
yeah, he did.
But the Valanciunas getting 16 to me was, I don't know.
No, I mean, hey, listen, I agree with you. I've said I don't think Mike Scott should have been starting anyway. You're starting the game without a legitimate center. Mike Scott, it's a disservice to Mike Scott to have him starting.
It is.
It's a disservice to him.
But the biggest bull on your team is usually your center. And the biggest dude starting this game to me was Ben, ain't it? Ain't the biggest dude on the floor?
Okay, so what's the point you making?
Put him on Valanciunas. You got let Ben get them boards and bang a little bit.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you with that. I don't, for some reason, Doc feels the need to. I guess he didn't think that Valanciunas. He thought Mike Scott was going to be able to keep him off the boards or do whatever. But we've seen that Mike Scott can't
kept off the boards. Listen, and I'm a
I'm saying this. I'm saying this I'm saying this against Doc. I don't know what he sees that he thinks that Mike Scott can play serviceable minutes against a starting center in this league. I don't see it. He's doing Mike Scott a disservice. I actually agree with you. If that's the lineup you're gonna put out there, then you have to have Ben Simmons stick in the center.
Yeah, I mean, where was Seth at this game? Man,
this game was inexcusable. This game irked me some because it's like, all right, y'all had Embiid back and y'all looked a little rusty and all last game. They came out with no energy today. I don't care if it's a back-to-back. It's back-to-back home games. Mm-hmm. It's not you traveling somewhere. You went home, laid in your bed, and you came out to play the next day. People every day go to work, go home, sleep in their bed, and go back to work the next day. Like, I ain't trying to hear that. You got to come out with more energy than that. And that's just like even with Ben Simmons. I was surprised because I'm looking, and it's like
I was going, play
around.
I
know you was. I know you was. But like we was just talking about, but for the thing, like I'm like, I thought Ben Simmons had more turnovers than that. They only gave him one turnover, but because it was like a couple times he was back. But like you said, maybe it was just a shot. They was counting it as a shot. I saw him get plucked like 3 times in the post. Like, what are you doing with the weak hands? The only thing you could do is go down in the post. Why are you getting plucked by smaller guys? Keep the ball up high.
See, this to me, he only took. He got in foul trouble a little early. He played 26 minutes. But for Ben Simmons to take 6 shots that game, to me, is inexcusable. This is what I mean about he has to develop more of an offensive game. Is 6 shots enough for you in this loss?
In this loss, the way this game went.
Remember now, would be going
this player on the team. No, he's. I don't know if he is anymore. I think I may concede that Toby has passed him.
No. But I said with Bede, but my bad. Would Bede not?
Would Bede out?
Would Bede out? He's the second best player on the floor.
No, absolutely. Yeah, right. He should be.
So we need more than 7 points from second best player on the team.
I don't necessarily agree. I just don't think that he played a good game. I still feel how I feel about him scoring. I don't. He's not a scorer. I don't know what he got to do to show that the people he's not a scorer. I know that we think he should be because he has the tools and it seems like he should be, but he's not a scorer. So I don't go into the game expecting him to be this great scorer. I just don't, because I see him for what he is.
But then what you do is this is what you're doing, right? You putting pressure on other players who aren't scorers either. Because in reality,
but you got shooters.
Not a scorer. He's not a shooter. He's a 3-point. Hold on. It's a difference between a scorer and a 3-point shooter. Do we agree?
So a shooter, right? No, it is a difference. It is.
Right.
So those shooters should be able to hit wide open shots, and they weren't hitting tonight.
They didn't get a whole lot. To be honest with you, he didn't get a whole lot of wide open looks because
they got enough open looks. I mean, Seth went 1 for 5 from 3. Danny Green went 2 for 6. I mean, we just struggled shooting tonight. But I do agree with you. I do want to see more out of Ben Simmons. If I want to see the same intensity you came with when you was trying to get on an all-star team and you wanted to do, I want to see that intensity now.
All right, don't come here trying to giving him a pass though.
Who gave him a pass?
Because you in one breath you saying he's not a scorer.
He's not. I don't look at him as a scorer, but I want to see him.
But then you want to see more.
I do. I don't because I think because I think he should be a scorer, but he's not. That's the point that I keep trying to get to y'all. I don't know, bro. But while he's on the team, getting for the rebounds, assists, or whatever else he get while he's on the team, I'm just saying I'm not. All I'm saying is he does have some tangible. He has value. He does have value. What I would love for him to be more aggressive in the shoot and do all that stuff. 3 for 6 for free throw is horrible. As a guard, you should never be shooting that low. So that all I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving him no pass. I just don't go in there thinking like, oh, Ben Simmons is our second best player. He's gonna give us 20 points tonight. I don't ever go in the game thinking Ben Simmons is gonna give me 20 because whatever he got going on mentally, it ain't working. So I don't expect him to do that on offense.
My opinion, if they want to start anybody at center, it probably should have been Paul Reed. My opinion. If you didn't want to start Dwight Howard, my opinion, you should have went to Paul Reed. I mean,
listen, bro.
His next biggest man, he could go ahead.
I've been yelling that for the past week. Paul Reed. I wanted Paul Reed to get minutes. It was funny because one of our listeners was saying something to me. I hope this ends all the Paul Reed talk. No, because I think Paul Reed
just started it.
Yeah, I'd rather see Paul Reed in there than see Mike Scott. And Mike Scott hit a couple shots tonight, so you know what I'm saying. It's not really the night.
I'm not going to say
Mike. But defensively, Mike Scott is trash.
I wouldn't say I'd rather see Paul. I'd rather see Paul Reed get more minutes. I would, especially when Joel didn't play.
Yeah.
I think he could have gave us a little spark. He could have got some boards. He could have got something going. Mike Scott did hit some threes, but for some reason he looked like Covington attacking the glass. He looked terrible.
But I'm not even mad at him offensively. It's more so defensive. Like I swore Mike Scott was a better defender than this. Like the first year he was here, I swear it seemed like he played better defense. Like I he might have got a little older. It's a couple years. He been in the league for a while.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But go ahead. What'd you say?
His shot looking a little better, but everything else just ain't. I don't know. It's like he's not putting it all together.
Yeah.
In a whole game yet. I mean.
And he tries to bring energy, like he runs around, like he comes out and brings energy, but it just seems like it's something, like you said, something's missing with Mike Scott. And it might just be that he's getting older and I don't know how many years he's been in the league, but I know
he can hit a three though. Every now and then.
He's shooting 32% from three, so I wouldn't say.
You sure?
Yes, for the season he's shooting 32%.
I gotta check that.
You go ahead and check it because I looked at it when he hit a couple shots because I already knew this was going to come up in the discussion.
Well, he did. He did have 10 points, and Paul Reed did have 10 points tonight too, though.
And Paul Reed is active on the defensive end. Yo, who was the other boy? The boy that was like 6'5" that got up and punt. They called the goaltender, but he was active too.
They did.
I'm like, man, this what we was talking about. Like, I want to see some of these young guys get some burn, especially when you got guys that's
was
not
that Ray
playing.
John Tucker? Was that who that was?
Yeah, Tucker. Yup, it was Tucker.
They was hustling. I mean, the bench was hustling. That's what they do. I like to see it. They actually made Memphis put their starters back in because they started getting a little too close to comfort.
Yes, they did. And they still held their own against them, honestly.
They did. Listen, it was a back-to-back. I mean, will I factor that in a little bit? I mean, yeah, you got to factor that in. You can't not factor that in. It was home. But I hate to.
You know why I take some points away from that? Because we just played Minnesota. Minnesota was on the second night of a back-to-back, and they traveled. Minnesota was on a road trip, traveled back-to-back, and they made a game of it. Like our starters, our regular rotation stunk. Besides Tobias Harris, and I mean Mike Scott offensively was okay and was decent, but defensively, like Valanciunas was cooking him, and then, so that's all I'm saying. Tobias Harris was the only one that looked like himself. So and it's funny because we were just talking about Tobias. Seemed like on back-to-back nights he struggled, but this was a back-to-back night and he hooped.
But see, this is my whole thing though about a top point guard in the league, right? When the point guard's job is to get everybody open, right? But when they're not hitting, it's his job to fill that role, right? It's just, oh man, y'all not scoring. We need a bucket. I'm gonna give it to you. You can't get that from Ben Simmons. So on a night that everybody else struggles, he's not going to be able to take it over. He's not going to be able to get you the buckets that you need. That's the problem I had with Ben. He's getting people, he run, he do jump lane, get you kicking, but they not hitting. So when it's like, all right, it's time for me to score, he got stripped like 3 times in a row going to the hole, which to me was unexcusable.
On the post, I agree. I agree on the post up and that's what I'm saying. To me, those type of plays, he didn't bring in. This is the one thing Ben Simmons cannot afford to do. You can't shoot. Your offensive game is limited. You are not afforded a night to come in there and just sleepwalk through. You need to bring in energy and intensity every night. See, because you're not bringing the offensive game.
That scares me a little bit because he got stripped too many times. And did they see something in his game that made him keep stripping him?
I mean, the guy like Dylan Brooks is a decent defender or whatever. And
was it the same ball? Was it? Well, I thought it was 2 different guys.
But I'm saying he brought the ball down low. Like even when you looked at Valanciunas, when he was getting the ball in there, he never brought it down low. And to me, that's a sign of being lazy because it takes energy to go ahead and keep the ball up high. When you start bringing the ball down low, you're playing lackadaisical. Ben played lackadaisical and lazy to me. But I think the whole team did, other than Tobias.
Tobias did all he could, man, but he couldn't do it by himself.
No, he definitely did. I mean, he had like 21 and 26 minutes. Maybe if the game was a little closer. I mean, Shake
he struggled too.
Yeah, he had 14 points, but a lot of his joints came on kind of. Yeah, it wasn't like he wasn't balling like that when we really needed it.
Court struggled.
Yep.
So now, trying to get a game up on the Nets that lost, we right back in the same spot that we
Half
was
a game
trying to get
ahead.
out of.
We still a half game ahead.
Nets probably would have won too if they'd have played hard, and Harden ain't play tonight.
Yeah, he pulled a hamstring. That's because they dogging him out because KD taking his time milking it. You got Harden carrying the load for them boys, playing every night, doing everything for everybody. And then, meanwhile, KD and Kyrie taking nights off. You know, Harden need a little rest. I ain't mad at that.
I gotta look into.
But I ain't gonna hold you. I do hope that hamstring lingers.
Yeah, I know. We all hope it linger right into the into the playoffs.
Yep.
What Kevin Durant, his thing lingering. So George Hill, Doc Rivers gives an update, no timetable yet, which is concerning to me. Now I'm starting to get concerned. So
yeah, what's the point in making the trade if he can't come into play? You gave up Tony, you gave up the center.
Bradley, Timbo.
You gave up Bradley, yeah, and to bring in Hill, and now Hill is not going to play.
He's on no contact. He's shooting the ball great. There's no timetable or anything like that.
Don't tell me about what he's shooting in warm up. I want to see. He needs to shoot in the game time. That's just like even with them slow walking B back. I get it, but listen, we need to get back in the flow.
Yeah,
because we need that number one spot. That number one spot is going to be important between the Sixers, the Bucks, and the Nets. That number one spot is going to be crucial.
Man, but what's more important is, to me, I think, getting your team together and playing together before you go into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I want to get some games with the whole team before we go into playoffs. That to me is more important than that number one spot. You know, number one spot's important.
I think the only reason I say the number one spot is so important is because, say if you get all the way, if everybody wins out how they are on schedule, then that means when it gets down into the Eastern Conference semifinals, two of the top three teams are going to have to play each other. So I would rather be the Sixers sitting there and playing somebody like a Miami or Indiana, whoever make it, instead of having to play the Bucks or the Nets. You know what I'm saying? So if the Bucks number one, then you're looking at the Sixers and Nets playing each other in the Eastern Conference semis, and vice versa. So I'd rather see the Bucks and the Nets had to battle that out.
Right, and now we get that right.
Yeah, and we have home court advantage and let them go ahead and beat each other up for a series.
What is the standings right now, anyway? We still in one.
What'd you say?
We still in first seed, I believe.
Yeah, all right. Well, as of last night, we were first, Brooklyn, then Milwaukee. Milwaukee was 2 games behind us. Well, we still up on. So I don't know. Did Milwaukee play today? Milwaukee win?
I don't know. As of, like you said, it's us.
That was as of yesterday. So we know we still the same. We still the same distance on. So we a game and a half up on Milwaukee and a half a game up on the Nets right now.
So the playoffs started right now. We playing the Celtics, which I don't know if I like.
Celtics and I ain't worried about the Celtics. Celtics can't find a big man. Celtics can't find the big man. They have absolutely no answer for Embiid.
They don't. But they got a trio of guys.
How that trio? But that's why they in eighth place now.
They made the.
The Celtics make some dumb moves to me. Like they go and get the same player. Like you got a bunch of wing players. Like why you get the same players?
You do got a bunch of wings.
They should have tried to get like somebody like Andre Drummond or something.
They need Horford back.
They need somebody like Drummond that just go up and get rebounds while they shoot them shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And play some defense.
But we'll see what happens, man, going forward. Next game. See what these Sixers next game is. Who we got next?
Yeah, we about to go on like a 4-game road trip. Like we just had 2 games at home. How we gonna split at home? Now we gotta go on the road.
Oh, we play.
Now this is a game. Ho. The Nets played them. I want to watch this game. The Nets versus the Knicks. I want to see that. The Knicks.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, the Knicks play that tough defense. The Nets just played today.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a nice game. New York versus New York. I don't know
if Harden ain't going to play part of that either.
Yeah, they probably trying to rest him up now because, like I said, they've been running. I mean, they've been running him ragged since he's been there. You know, when you ain't got the other 2 stars playing like every other night, Kyrie is off, KD ain't playing. Like Harden been carrying the load.
You know what? I forgot the Celtics do have Tristan Thompson. He's just a
He
big
ain't doing
body.
nothing.
Now, I ain't saying
He
he's
ain't
doing
doing
nothing,
nothing.
but they do have a big body they can throw a beat. Who they got after that, I ain't sure. I gotta look at they team again.
Did
But
you see when the Sixers played and Tristan Thompson went up against Bede and what Bede did to them?
we'll
Bede
see
was
too. We'll
abusing them.
see Tuesday night. Tuesday 7:30 they play.
Oh, that's who we play?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Play Boston.
Oh, I thought you were saying if we started the playoffs, we would play the Celtics.
No, I'm saying right, that too.
Oh, that too? Okay.
But we play Boston on Tuesday.
Okay.
Dismal game. Everybody stunk. Ben especially. I say Ben especially because he's supposed to carry the team. Sep too.
I agree.
All you gotta do is hit threes. But Toby needed help, and to me, the help should have came in the form of that light skin bull. So
The help should have came in the form of all of them.
all light skin bulls.
All
Seth,
the starters.
Ben.
Listen, if y'all started, y'all supposed to be starters.
Yeah.
I just hate seeing Mike Scott starting at center. I don't know what Doc is doing with that, but
I think that was a bad call. I think it was a bad call. I do want to see Ben attack more though. I mean,
I do too.
Like 7 shots, he ain't shooting the jump. He didn't even attack. He act like he couldn't even get to the basket. So that's not good seeing. That's not a good sign at all.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward, man.
Yeah.
So
that doing structure. Oh, we played the Pelicans this week too.
Oh, we play Zion.
We played them Friday.
One more thing. Did Joe Embiid play the first time we lost to Memphis? Because we got swept. By Memphis.
I felt like he might.
I felt like he played.
He might have.
I felt like he played.
Because the point guard got off on us last time, if I'm not mistaken.
Morant.
Yeah.
And Dylan Brooks got that crazy shot, but it was going in. They were hot though for 3.
I mean, they might just be a bad matchup for the Sixers, but I can't give
I don't want to keep hearing that.
I can't give them that excuse because to me they did not bring the energy. No matter what, they didn't bring energy tonight. Like you said, when Ben Simmons was going down, they trying to post up, and you getting this smaller guys keep poking the ball from you as you trying to post up. Like it just like everything was just sloppy with them tonight. They just looked sloppy.
His only baskets was dunks.
Yeah, the last 2 nights.
So I mean, we'll see if they can get that fixed. Sam Cassell's supposed to be, working his magic that I don't see working. I don't. That's
it worked when he was trying to get in the playoff. I mean, in the All-Star game.
And I agree with who's the listener, Ike, I think his name is. He wrote perfectly about Ben when he said he thought Ben would come in being on the last video, and that's the same thing I told you when Ben got all the tools, and we expected this dude to come in great. And 3 to 4 years later, we still seeing that same nonsense. He actually looked like he regressed. And dude's right. He said like he regressed from when he seen Ben in the rookie league, because Ben was shooting some fadeaways. Remember, Ben's first year, he was shooting fadeaways.
I don't know. I
turn around and shoot that fadeaway. He don't even do that no more.
But I know I agree. But that's what I'm saying. Like to me, I didn't when he first came in the league. I thought Ingram would have been a better pick for the Sixers because I thought we needed a shooter more than anything else, and we went and drafted a dude that couldn't shoot. But I did see what everybody was saying, like in the promise of Ben. But I've never thought Ben was. I always thought Embiid was the better player. So I guess that's why it doesn't bother me as much. I still get irked by Ben, but I just don't think that Ben is complete trash. I think that you do have
he's complete trash. Good for. What else can you do with him?
Defense, rebound, and assists. He get those
for the number 1 pick in the draft, the second best player on your team. This is what you getting.
Listen, hold. See,
you happy
first
with
of all,
that?
You can't do that because you're the same bull hyping up Markelle Fultz. He was the number 1 pick too.
I didn't hype up Markelle.
He was the number 1 pick too.
Hold on, exactly. I didn't hype up Markelle Fultz. I said he wasn't as bad as everybody tried to say he was. The dude's an athlete.
So is he trash?
He was. He's not trash.
So you saying Ben Simmons is trash, but Markelle Fultz
Ben don't shoot.
So Ben is trash, but Markelle Fultz ain't trash.
Ben's trash because he doesn't shoot.
So Ben is trash, but Markelle Fultz ain't trash.
Yes.
Okay. See, now you killing your credibility. That's all I'm saying, bro. Listen, I get it. All I'm saying is just be consistent. If you're going to say he's trash,
I am being consistent. Ben needs to shoot the basketball, man. Come on. Y'all keep trying to deny the fact that he needs to shoot. Stop trying to. No, you don't. Yes, he does. Stop trying to say you don't need to shoot. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Stop trying to throw in the conversation that Ben Simmons, he's good with everything else. He don't need to shoot the ball. Stop giving this guy that type of lane to drive his car
I don't
on,
care if
he's
he
gonna
don't
take
shoot.
that all the way down in South Florida.
I've never said he doesn't need to. I said I don't care if he does as long as we win. I don't care if he does as long as we win. But I also say that I would like him to shoot it. I do think he should shoot it. I think he has a better shot than I think he has a decent shot. He got a better shot than Thibault, in my opinion.
I agree. I think he got a better shot than he thinks.
I think so too. But that's what I'm saying.
Today,
I
man.
do think he should shoot it. But I'm not gonna get myself all worked up and all frazzled when he don't shoot it because I'm not expecting him to shoot because he don't.
I don't think I end it like this. I don't think we could win in the long run with that type of play.
That's a valid point to make. Everybody that makes that point is valid, but I'm just I'll see. I think that Brett Brown definitely didn't help his development. I think Brett Brown was a hindrance to this team. We've said that for years. So
I'm gonna tell you why Brett Brown was a hindrance. You should have never made Ben Simmons the point guard on this team, and that would have helped him develop more. You should have made him a point forward like Scotty, because first of all, why would you? I hate to go back to this.
Because there's no reason for you to make him point guard.
Markelle Fultz, huh?
Yeah. Well, Brett didn't want Markelle Fultz.
Don't say Ben's the point guard, then draft a point guard. Like that's. But
that was the whole thing is Brett didn't want Markelle. That's why Brett did Markelle the way he did him. But all I'm saying is I agree with you. Why do you have to label him as a point guard? Like you going out of your way to make him a point. If he can handle the ball, let him handle the rock and play that forward position. But don't just tell him you're the primary ball handler. You're this, that, and that. You're our point guard. I didn't think that it was a need for them to do that, but that's what they felt that's what.
And it still don't work because down the stretch he can't have the ball in his hands because he can't do the most important thing at the end.
Free throws.
Free throws.
I agree.
All right. Enough of Ben. Ben is a hot topic though, especially on nights like this.
Yeah.
But I feel like he could have helped the team more.
Yeah, because whenever we lose, y'all gonna blame Ben anyway. But I actually
I mean, if we lost like we did in the Utah game where he had 40.
So he gotta get 40 points in order for us
he gotta get at least blame him. He gotta get at least 17, 18. Don't you agree? If it's just him and Toby, how much do you want Ben to have? The beat ain't start.
Listen, I get what y'all are saying. All I'm saying is that when they went out and built the team, they built the team to have these shooters to shoot. But I agree with you. I would like to see Ben do more. It's a lot of it is, and because Ben doesn't do more, which everybody feels that he could, including me. You went and built the team a certain way because it's supposed to cover up for some of his shortcomings. But I mean, listen, we still in first place, bro. I agree with you. I'm curious to see what the playoffs is going to bring because it is going to be interesting. And I want to see Embiid back because I want to see us gel. I want to see us playing with our team.
This NBA this year is irritating me with all these. I mean, it's a lot of injuries, a lot of games missed. It's really a sloppy year this year, but.
It is.
Let's see. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday night as the Sixers get mollywopped.
Yes, they did.
By the Memphis Grizzlies. What are they in the 9th seed over there in the West? Fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Memphis got an alright squad though, but I mean not like a winning squad, but the Sixers, no way the Sixers should have got mopped by him like that.
No, who else got mopped? The Lakers got mopped too.
Against the Clippers.
Yeah. It's a good game going on. Simon, Golden State. Seth got 37 against Atlanta, and they down 4. Oh, they down 6.
They have a trade going at it.
What Trey got? Oh, Trey got 12.
Oh, do we?
Capella going at it.
Oh, wow.
All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch y'all Tuesday night.
Like, share, subscribe, comment.
Comment.